Hey y'all. Yeah. Trying to see what I'm doing, y'all. Hold on, cause I hit a button. Hold on. Okay, y'all. I hit the wrong button. Hey y'all, y'all come in. All my late nighters, all my late nighters, all my late nighters. Y'all come in, man. How y'all doing? Y'all, this video is for educating, criticism, commenting purposes, y'all. Now late nighters, now y'all know I don't took some naps now. Been babysitting. But look, y'all, let me tell y'all this. Now I'm a grandmother like Naziah Harris' grandmother. And I'm thrown away in this case because her granddaughter was missing a whole day, y'all. I can't exclude that out of my mind, y'all. I can't erase that out of my mind. I just can't. I just can't erase out of my mind that the grandmother left the her granddaughter out in the streets for a whole day. I'm confused with that, y'all. I ain't trying to act funny. I was just laying around, in the room, and I was like, I got to share this with these people. I got to share it with my late nighters, so let them know what's on my mind right now. And I'm thinking about I'm a grandmother, and I adopted my grandchild, but I didn't call the police. I didn't call the investigators. I wasn't concerned where my granddaughter was. And I got a problem with that grandmama, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. I got a problem with that grandma. Hey baby, I got a problem with the grandmama, y'all. And the reason why, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? What tripping me out is my granddaughter is not in the afternoon program, okay? Y'all, we talking about Nazair's case. My granddaughter is not in the afternoon program. And I know she's not in the afternoon program because I took her out the afternoon program. So she wouldn't be in the afternoon program. So there's no reason why she shouldn't be home. She got on the school bus and she got off the school bus in her neighborhood. So y'all, as a grandmother, like Naziah grandmother, I'm a grandmother just like her. I'm still confused why she waited a whole day. I'm a TikToker, y'all. I'm not doing TikTok right now, okay? I'm looking for this little girl. I'm trying to figure this grandmother out. I mean, you adopted your granddaughter. I am on the grandmother hard, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been on her hard from day one because she's an older lady like me. And if I adopted my daughter child, what's the problem when you know she's missing? You picked up all the other kids from school, but Naziah didn't come home. But y'all act like she ain't. But the grandmama act like it wasn't nothing. Like she used to Naziah not coming home from school, y'all. Why did the grandma feel like Naziah was missing? I'm really tripping from this lady because she act like Naziah Harris wasn't missing. I just don't understand that part. Why did the grandmother react like a grandmother and like an adopted mother of Naziah not coming home reacted? Why did the grandmama reacted like that, y'all? Is she supposed to be keeping a tight house? If the grandmother's supposed to be keeping a tight house, why didn't she call for help for her missing granddaughter? Why is it that particular day there was no concern from her? Now I'm not taking up for Shannon, y'all. I'm not taking up for Shannon. I promise you, I'm not taking up for Shannon. But I'm saying Shannon asked the grandma some questions. The Shannon was asking the grandma, "Well, do you want to go look for it?" And she said no. Looking for Naziah is not sitting on your butt calling people on the phone. Now, I'm on the grandma. I'm on the grandmother. Because you didn't take one measure of looking for your granddaughter. Why? I just don't understand. That's a female. That's a 13-year-old girl. Why didn't the grandma react it like I'm reacting and I'm a grandmother? I can't understand that woman, y'all. I don't understand that woman. Why didn't bother her when Naziah did not come home? She didn't come home at 8 o'clock. If you wasn't gonna look for Naziah, if the grandmother wasn't gonna, if she was so concerned about her missing granddaughter, she would have called and let them look for. If she had a look for Naziah, y'all, on the night that she didn't come home, she could have saved Naziah, her granddaughter. The grandma could have saved her granddaughter if she had a took measures and getting her behind up and calling the police for her missing. Has she ever been missing like that before? Has she ever been missing them many hours before? I just don't understand. I just don't understand Naziah Harris' grandmother. It's no like, oh my God, oh she out there late at night. Oh my God, where? Oh, I need to call the police now. I would have had that if that been my granddaughter. The helicopter, everybody, we gonna be out there looking for her. I don't care how dark it get. But the grandma said, "Oh no, let's wait the next day." Immediately, she called her Naziah's mother. Something ain't right in this picture if I got all my eyes on the grandmother. Because the grandmother is responsible for Naziah Harris' welfare. Naziah's grandmother is responsible for her welfare. That girl got off the school bus, but she didn't come home. She was missing 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the evening, 4 o'clock in the evening, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How could you sleep knowing that your granddaughter hasn't came home from school? And then when the grandmama, when they asked the grandmother on the stand about Naziah, about her mother, she toot her nose up. She toot her nose. Now she just now she don't supposed to be over there. Everybody not supposed to be over the grandmother house is over the grandmother house. I don't understand why I just don't understand the ticket, y'all. I just don't understand the report. I just don't understand why is things being ignored in this case. Why wasn't the grandmother taken in and going down there to the? Why did they pick her up and took her down there and question her? What's going on, y'all? What is going on mentally? What is going on that we don't know that something happened mentally? Or somebody know something? Because you can't tell me that a grandmother getting a check, a big check for her granddaughter, and got that man in their house around other kids. And I know y'all want to know, Lanita, why you ain't blaming uh Shannon? Only reason why I'm not blaming Shannon because the grandmama is she the oldest adult in that house, and I'm blaming her. I'm blaming her because that's not gonna happen in my house. And I know I'm with the adoption program. I'm in the adoption program, and I adopted my granddaughter, and I know that my daughter has 5 kids from a P5. I know that I'm talking about not my children. I'm talking about the grandmother. Where did you think that Naziah was for Naziah not to come home and for you to not to react and wait until the next day? What grandma do that, y'all? What grandmother wait the next day to go look for their granddaughter the next day when she could have been saved that day? So my thing is this. When they was looking, when Shannon called Jarvis, she was there with him. Wasn't she? Wasn't she with him? And the mistake that he made with the state, I can't. Jarvis, man, boy, Jarvis baby glad that ain't my niece. The mistake that Jarvis made was they asked him when the last time he saw Naziah, how was her hair? He showed us the reaction was 2 ponytails. Then he went down, I messed up. I messed up. Oh, she wear it down. 2 ponytails is how she had her hair on the picture. I'm just wondering why everybody act like Naziah is 24 years old and she's not but 13. Where would Naziah be if Naziah didn't come home from school? Why she happy? It seemed like I just don't know, y'all. I think that allegedly, I think the grandmama was comfortable with Naziah being missing. Why was she comfortable? She knew Naziah went in the afternoon program. She know this. She responsible for Naziah. Even if Shannon called Jarvis, even if Shannon called Jarvis and said, you need Naziah at the shop to clean up, the grandmama didn't have to say, yes, she can go. The grandmama should have said, no, she can't go to that shop. I'm trying to find out who got more sense than the other. Because Shannon act like she has to get permission. That's I'm not reason why I'm not putting pressure on Shannon because she been manipulated mentally. But that grandmother is tearing me apart because she, if I know how Jarvis is, oh now Nazaya can't go up to that shop. The grandmother knew what time it was. I'm blaming the grandmama, y'all. I'm blaming the grandmama. I'm the reason why I'm blaming the grandmama because the grandmama, the one who could have stopped everything. And where what I'm saying by that, the grandmother could have stopped Shannon from coming to her house. That's her house. She could have stopped Shannon from coming to that house. She could have left Shannon at the other house. Why did she manipulate Shannon and let Shannon come stay knowing Jarvis was gonna be around? Stuff didn't happen to the grandmama let Shannon move into that house. Stuff didn't happen to Nazaya until the grandmother moved Shannon into the house. That's why I'm blaming the grandmother. Cause she know what time it is with Javis. And by the way, if she was 16 when she met Javis, why the heck, what is Javis in over there for? Why is he over her mama house when she's 16? I'm blaming that grandmama, y'all. Y'all, it tears me apart deep down in my heart because I'm a grandmother myself. My thing is the grandma. If I would have plenty of police over to that house, telling them when she didn't come home from school, they would have went up there and checked that shop, y'all. If I was a concerned grandmother, knowing that the police know that Jarvis was a peep. Of course, the grandmama know what he is. If you in the family, if you in the family, why are you just checking in and checking out? Y'all, I'm tell y'all something. Everybody know Jarvis, J-Bo. Everybody know J-Bo. All them old ladies know J-Bo. Yes, they do. Only thing the grandmama could have said to protect Nazaya, because nothing happened to Nazaya at that time. The, why didn't she? I'm stuck on why she didn't want call the police. If my grandchild did not come home from school, they would have had searches all everywhere. If she had a move, if the grandma had a move quick, we would have known where Nazaya was. But to me, allegedly, you knew something. Because you didn't react quick. The grandma, I'm talking about the grandmother. The grandmother did not react it like I thought a grandmother would have reacted quickly. I don't care how much mad I'm with my daughters. I love my granddaughter because if I didn't, what's some that do I have her for the money? Or do I have her because I love her? And the way Nazaya was on TikTok, there was no supervision. There was no supervision. TikTok was her message that she was sending to Jarvis. What they think she was doing TikTok just for to be doing TikTok? Somebody watching TikTok. I'm upset, y'all, with the grandmother. I am so. None of this would have happened if she had never moved Shannon to her house. And what tripped me out was you had some of the family members allegedly watching Javis come over there while they was there. When they have some kind of occasion, the family will be over there and y'all watching Jarvis over there around them kids. But I know what, I can't blame y'all because that's not y'all house. See, I can't be mad at the other people because that's not their house. You can't run nobody else's household. You can't run nobody else's house. Only the person who run the house. The big bad wolf did not react like I thought she was going to react when that child went missing. Your blood child is missing. What time did y'all call the daughter? What time did the mama call the daughter? Now the mama acting like she friends with the daughter, but if she had a nose tooted up in the courthouse. She had her nose tooted up. Why? Why when they mentioned something about King Yada, the nose was tooted up? I can't figure that out. If you got something against her daughter that bad, then you got something against King Yada, you got something against her daughter. It seemed like it was like a sacrifice, like it was a celebration. She gone, man. Where the heck she gone? Where the heck she ran away? Has she ever did this before? It was Jarvis never come to the house. That what the grandmama said. I ain't talking about Shannon. I'm talking about the grandma. Because the reason why I'm on the grandmother so hard, because she responsible for that girl, for Nazaria. And my thing that it hurt me so bad is why is Jarvis and Shannon in that house? Your like the way your daughter choose her life to live. I don't care if she did lose her apartment, but you know what kind of man he is. I'm talking about the grandma. Why did you bring that? Why did you let that disease? Why did the disease come into the house? And y'all, the main thing about this case right here, you had a missing child. We was dealing with a missing child that had never been missing before. Never did come home from school. And I'm in the bed snoring like a granddaddy. While the girl's still out there in the street 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Where do you think she at? Is she not at home? I got concerns about that. Where is Nazaria at? Is she not at home at 8 o'clock in the morning? Why y'all knocking on people's house in the morning? Why y'all knocking on their doors early in the morning? And y'all didn't do that at night. If you had to send it, it's like I'm gonna be honest with you. It was like the grandmother. I ain't talking about no Shannon. I'm talking about the grandmama was protecting Jarvis. And by Shannon was 16 when he met her, and he was and he was like 30 something. Okay, then let me ask you this question. He was like 29, 30, something like that. That's still too young. She don't even supposed to be talking to nobody that age. Why are you not monitoring your daughters? That's why I blame the grandmama, y'all. She wasn't even monitoring Shannon them. Why was Naziah living like she was 15 years old? Why was Naziah treated this way? Why was this young little girl treated this way? Why did nobody do nothing the night that she went missing? How did you get in contact with the mama so fast? Why didn't you get in touch with the mama the day before she went missing? Why didn't you get in touch with the mama when she was missing from school? The mama would have went up to Jarvis' shop. The mama would have went to the hotel. It wasn't nothing. If you don't miss a whole day from a person being missing, that means that you knew the person was missing. You didn't care. No concerns. Why didn't you care about your granddaughter being missing? It really getting to me. Why didn't she care that her daughter was missing? Her granddaughter was missing. Because Shannon took the stand. Shannon said she had to ask her mama could. My only thing I don't understand, Shannon, and I ain't blame you because you're a victim yourself. You're a strung out victim. Is Shannon said I asked my mama. Okay, Shannon called, text him, said, "Do you need Naziah?" That's the part I just don't understand. Why you call, text him, ask him, do he need Naziah them at the shop? I see what was going on. You were keeping an eye on them. That's what we do to the men that we care about. We keeping an eye on them with the kids working at the shop. Because everybody come up to the shop. And let me see what my grandmama, what my mama said. Let me ask my mama. So the only thing the grandmama could have said was no, she can't go up there. Why she say yes? Why did the grandmama say yes, y'all? I tell you what, this is the way I see it. This is the way I see it. If I'm the grandmother, I know what that man is. I know that man is a pancake. I know he a pancake. Okay? I got him around them children at that birthday party when he only supposed to be in that house. I got him over there downstairs in the basement sometime, but I'm acting like he ain't in the house. I see that big white ugly truck out there. Where he always got to hide the truck and run. What kind of women he dealing with? Got to park the truck wait around the corner for nobody won't see. He messing with all the girls in the same neighborhood. He messing with girl everywhere. Ugh. I just can't understand. I don't understand that. Here it is, 4 o'clock. Why y'all didn't get in the van? Why you didn't just get in the van? The grandmama just get in the van and drive up there. That's her van. Why she didn't get in the van that she bought with Naziah Harris' money? Why she didn't get in the van to go up there to that shop and see what she really up there? Why didn't she call Kenyatta and told Kenyatta the same day at 3 o'clock, 3:30, whatever time they get out of their school? Why you didn't call her mom then? Her mom younger than you. What the mom would have did was jumped on it right then. Y'all knew that, you knew, the grandmother knew that the daughter would have, Kenyatta would have went up to that shop. If I didn't feel like doing nothing, I would have called her mom, not wait till no next day. Probably when you called the mom, it was late. I just don't understand why Naziah was a 13-year-old girl. Y'all, I got 3 girls And y'all can hear in the voice. My voice, when mine was 13, 11, 10, 12, I was strict. I don't care what nobody say. I sure would. Ain't no spending night on nobody's house. Ain't no missing person. Because I was on my job as a mother. But I'm feeling like a grandmother to a grandmother. Why did you wait it? What made you wait out that your granddaughter was missing? Knowing what kind of baby daddy your daughter had, you didn't protect Nazaya. When you move him in, you didn't protect Nazaya. Y'all having cookout around now, hot dog barbecuing and everything. Y'all just getting full. He ain't stun nobody. He know his situation. He don't care. He don't want y'all grown women. While y'all acting cute around him, he didn't want y'all. Y'all didn't want no women. He didn't want no grown person. He want the children. And children no better. Even though I know my daughter made a mistake 5 times, he sure wouldn't have been there. And then she was gonna have to go. So that's why I'm not blaming Shannon, because the grandmama letting everybody do what they want to do. I don't understand it. I mean, that woman got to be the same age. If I cared. Now, why am I crying doing it? Why is some crying on the news? What the purpose of me crying? I'm crying for what reason? Why is I'm crying? I wasn't crying when she went missing. Man, I'm telling you, man, I don't understand the laws there. And my people from Detroit. I got some folk from Detroit, but they from Mesquite, or Mesquite, some kind of Georgia. Some kind, not of Georgia, but some kind of part up there. Man, this him. I am so, this really took my heart to know that we knew what Jarvis was. We knew that Shannon had 5 children. I'm not on Shannon. I'm on that granny. Because right now, a real woman, a real grandma say, y'all can't come over here. I know them my grandkids and everything. Now go down to your auntie house. Go over to Janelle's house. You can't come over here. It wouldn't have been like she put her grandkids out. I did. She could have did this. The grandmama could have did this. When you come on. And job is lead job. No. I apologize. No, bring the kids. But Jarvis can't stay here. See, y'all, it was so many different ways that Nazaya could have been protected. I would have told you can let my grandkids, bring my grandkid clothes over here. They'll go to the same school, but you can't come. You can't come. But you can bring my grandkids. We could have avoided a whole lot of stuff this way. Now you got them two together, and I'll take care of my grandkids. But you and Jarvis can't come here. Or you can't come here. So it was a lot of ways this could have been avoided from the grandmother. While you busy putting a change on the refrigerator. If everybody had their own refrigerator, well, I know somebody used to do that, put a chain on their refrigerator, but they put a chain on the refrigerator to keep the daughter from selling the meat out the freezer. So it telling me that it was more than just. It's a whole lot of people. Seems like to me, I smell a whole lot of people in that house. Just like me, a whole lot of people. Y'all won't worry about them children going in the refrigerator getting no food, because they know not to do that. They probably don't get but a sandwich and some chips, maybe, allegedly. I am so I'm not gonna hold y'all long, but I am so hurt and so touched. I'm not blaming Shannon. I'm not gonna blame Shannon, y'all, cause Shannon is a victim herself. All this could have been avoided if she never let Shannon in the house and just only her grandkids there. Shannon didn't have to stay with her. So, and all of this ain't happening. That girl was 16 years old. Come on, man, y'all, shoot, man, please. I don't care what nobody say. I had 3 girls first, then 2 boys. Them 3 girls, I was strict. But if one went missing, I tell you one thing. I'm about to look for that day. You gonna see helicopter around my house. But you know what, y'all? That's just let you know how weak the system is. The system is weak. Because if that system was strict, she would have been on her P's and Q's. I can tell the system not even strict when that lady buried her son on the side of their house. And they thought that was Naziah, but that lady buried her son in that hole on the side of the house. I can tell the whole system was weak. A weak system failed Naziah. The school failed Naziah. And if Naziah, I was a PE teacher. I know when something wrong with my student, when I know my student is active. When that student is not active, I call that child to the side and ask them what's wrong with you. Because you haven't been doing your exercise. Unless she had a male teacher. Since y'all said she went to PE, she wouldn't be able to do the exercise that we doing. Then too, she can. Most girls and boys, they'll talk to their PE teacher. Well, the girls came to me. I had girls and boys in my class. So the girls to come to me. But I know, if you know the students, if you know your students, you know that something was wrong with Naziah. Because Naziah's grade don't went down. What is their concern? I wonder what was the concern. She was all on the phone in the classroom, waving at her, doing, ugh, gosh. The watermelon man. Where's her white turtleneck? Where's her coat? Where's her jeans? Where is that? Well, y'all better be glad that wasn't my niece. I'm sorry. Sorry, auntie. That was my niece and stuff like that. They see I raised sand. They don't play with me. They know I love my nieces and stuff like that. They know I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to go crazy. No, we're gonna look for her that day she didn't come home from school. I don't even see how can nobody be putting the boot on the ground and Naziah not even found. And they said the police and everybody saying that Naziah is missing. She ain't been on TikTok or nothing like that. She gone. I bet that man had that girl like that dumpster, y'all. Out there that ground, when they were digging up, looking for that other girl out there in that I don't forgot that girl name who we couldn't find. And they went out there and did the garbage up. I bet that man put that girl in that dumpster unless he had help. Everybody know J-Bo. I just can't understand how he can sit in that court and just act like she alive. That's the part I don't understand. How can he sit in the courtroom and not even crying and ain't even making no kind of he ain't crying or nothing, knowing that that girl, if you got a heart, you'll be crying. If you got a heart, if they love that girl, they be. I just can't believe he did Nazaya like that. Why did you do that? I mean, I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard nobody. Oh, why did you do this? Why did you do this? He know he did this. I ain't heard no. I ain't seen no tears. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret about that case. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret about the case. Hey, she skipped the tape. The prosecutor skipped the tape for a reason. She skipped the videos for a reason. There's some things in that video that led them on that Nazaya is no longer with us. Text messages. It's more text messages than that. Because there was more devices. Remember the aunt said there were more devices? There was more devices with text messages. See, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna hold y'all long. Let me tell y'all something. They seen every text message from Instagram. Javis just didn't know in the phone you can delete stuff, but it's still there. He messed up. He messed up. When he said delete this, he messed up. Because when you delete something out your phone, it's gone to you, but it's still there. When you delete something off of Instagram, off social media, whatever you say in the chat, the police can knock on your door. Because in the chat, when you delete it, it's still there. I keep telling folks that. You can't delete nothing. When you delete your information, it's still there. So y'all, they got something gonna make everybody cry in that courtroom. The evidence. Will Jarvis take the stand? Is the question. Will Jarvis take the stand? Huh? Prosecutor, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. That lady, it was another investigator. She didn't even, they asked her like one or two questions, and they didn't want y'all to hear no. They didn't want the family to hear nothing else. It's a lot of things missing. That lady was gone before you know it. They didn't ask a couple of them people questions for like this. They were gone. When they came and got that device, they picked up more than one device, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you something. At that school, that device, we call them Chromebooks. We call them Chromebooks. Where the kids, when the bad snow days, they can still do work from the house. Those things are monitored, y'all, by the county. Those Chromebooks are monitored. So whatever she typed in there, man, I'm telling you, he in trouble. Whoever else in this, for some reason, y'all, and I'm gonna share this with y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all go. My instinct tells me they're gonna surprise y'all. Who else in this case? They're gonna take the stand. My instinct tell me that it's somebody who they got gonna take that stand. It's gonna turn that mother sucker out, and it's gonna open up a whole can of worms. I don't know who it is, but just a few minutes ago, and I ain't no psychic, but I'm a Pisces though. Somebody gonna take that stand that gonna shock them. Everything about to come out, y'all. See, I like how the prosecutor pour a little wet on a little thing, some stuff. They were finished talking. And that man, prosecutor, with the glasses, he wasn't talking that much. They just want a preliminary hearing. That's all they want. Prelims. Prelims. Let's see what we got. But everything wasn't said. But y'all gonna be surprised who who's gonna take that stand. Because the mama too quiet. The mama quiet for me. The grandmama. She the one I'm blaming. I'm out, y'all. But I'm blaming her. All the way. All the way. All the way.